Om Shri Sita Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugna Hanumat Sameda Shri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Hari Om. So we are all ready for our Sri Lankan trip. Bhagavan desired in a different manner. So, but we are all safe. We are all here still in our place. So we know that such a bad weather is happening in Sri Lanka. Let us all pray for the protection of all the people in that island country. May Sri Ramchandra bless all of them, protect all of them. We are in a way saved from all that calamities. If we are there and then all this happened, it would have been very difficult for us. But anyadha chintitam karyam devam anyatsa chintayet. We may plan something, but the God decides for our betterment. So we are postponing our journey, our pilgrimage to April, which will be a much better time to visit the country and then spend time in our meditation and in our study of the scriptures. So let us all go down to Sri Ramchandra, pray for the welfare of all people in Sri Lanka, and then be ready to rejoin in April. Hari Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Sarasvati Namaha. Om Shri Sita Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugna Hanumat Sameta Shri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Dashrathye च विद्महे सीतावल्लभाय धीमहि तन्नो रामः प्रचोदयात्. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Yajnanam Japayajñosmi. Sri Krishna proclaims that Bhagavan is Japayajna among all the yajnas in this world. Here the word yajna is used as a sadhana. It's a spiritual practice. There are different spiritual practices in this world. Among them, Japa is considered as the highest way, the best way, the highest path to liberation. So, Japa is something which is very easy for everyone can practice it. It doesn't depend upon time. It is not depending upon, the caste or religion or place. Japa is not depend upon any other rituals or any external things. We only need a mind to do the Japa. So Japa is considered as the highest form of spiritual practice. The Japa is of Shadanga. There are 6 limbs in the practice of Japa. So one, as we all know, the first part is the Mula Mantra of whichever Devata we are doing. So the Mula Mantra. Second is the Gayatri of that Devata. Third is the Kavacha of that Devata. Fourth is the Stuti of the Devata. Fifth is the Sahasranama of that Devata. Sixth is the Purana or such spiritual texts related to that Devata. So all these 6 limbs together is known as Japa. So when we are taking up Japa as our main sadhana, the progress in spiritual path will be fast if all these 6 limbs are included. So one, as everybody knows, the Mula Mantra, suppose it is Bhagavan Narayana, then Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Shivaya. All these are the Mula Mantra, the mantra what we call. And then comes the second as the Mula Mantra, Gayatri of that Devata. Third is a Kavacha. See, when we are in this path, there are many difficulties arise in our path within and without. There are different, we need a protection from different forces within our mind, also from the outer negative energies. So a protection is very much part of the sadhana of this japa sadhana. So there is known as Kavacham. Kavacha means an armor which protects us, a shield which protects us. And then comes the stuti of the devata and sahasranama of the devata, and of course the spiritual texts like Purana, Itihasa, or other spiritual texts which are related to that devata. When all these six limbs are together, then japa sadhana becomes very powerful and help us to progress very fast. Now we are going to take up a very unique, very famous stotram known as Ramaraksha Stotra, a stotra which is dedicated to Sri Ramchandra for the protection of each and every one of us. So this is a very unique stotra where the Kavacham of the Sri Ramchandra and Stuti of Ramachandra is included. So Kavacha is also there, Stuti is also there. When we chant Ramaraksha Stotram, both these, two parts of Japa Sadhana is fulfilled. It's believed that once there was a great Rishi known as Budha Kaushika. Kaushika is actually the lineage of the Vishwamitra Gotra. And there was a great Rishi known as Budha Kaushika. One day he had a dream. Bhagavan Sri Parameshwara himself appeared in his dream and then gave him an Upadesha, a Kavacha Upadesha. So that Kavacha is known as Vajra Panjara. Panjara means a cave, or also Panjara also means a cage. Vajra, diamond. A Panjara, a cage like the diamond. So this stotra, Ramaraksha Stotra, this Kavacha is like a cage which will protect us from all kinds of difficulties within and without. So it's known as Vajra Panjara. It's like a cage made up of Vajra. So this is also a Rama Kavacha. This is a protection, and also is famously known as Ramaraksha Stotram, a stotra which guarantees the Raksha, protection of Sri Ramachandra. So, as we said, Budha Kaushika is the Rishi, but it actually was given to him by Sri Parameshwara himself, and he gave this to us. So, in this stotra, there are two parts. One is the stotram, one is the Kavacha Stotra of the Sri Ramchandra. Others are different stutis. Sometimes we see that these stutis are there in other parts. Some are even from the Ramayana itself, and also other stotras selected from different stotras and put together for the benefit of all of us. So it's a very beautiful, very powerful stuti, and also the Kavacha of Sri Ramchandra, which will give us a spiritual protection, a protection to our body, mind and intellect, and which will not only help us to guard ourselves from all the negativities, also will help us to progress in the path of spiritual life. So this is a very blessed stotram. Let us see the meaning of this great stotra composed by Bhagavan Sri Budha Kaushika. Please repeat. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Sam Saraswati Namaha.
Om Sam Sarasvati Namaha.
Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha.
Om Gurubhyo Namaha.
Om Sri Ramachandraya Namaha.
Om Sri Ramachandraya Namaha.
So we'll start the first is Viniyoga. So this is a very powerful mantra. So there's a Viniyoga, means we are invoking the Rishi, Chandas, etc. of this Devata. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha.
So this is known as this mudra, which is known as the Mriga mudra, is to invoke the Rishi. These three together, known as the Chando mudra, to invoke the Chandas, and Hridaya mudra invokes the Devata. So we touch our head with Mriga mudra for Rishi, Chando mudra in front of our mouth, Hridaya Mudra in our spiritual heart. Om Asya Shri Ramaraksha Stotram Mandrasya
Asya Shri Ramaraksha Stotram Mandrasya
Budha Kaushika Rishi
Budha Kaushika Rishi
Shri Sita Ramachandro Devata
Shri Ramachandro Devata
Anushtup Chandaha
Anushtup Chandaha
Sita Shakti
Sita Shakti
Shri Hanuman Kilakam
Shri Hanuman Ki Lakam
Shri Ramachandra Prityarthe
Shri Ramachandra Prityarthe
Ramaraksha Stotra Jape Viniyoga.
Ramaraksha Stotra Jape Viniyoga.
The Rishi of this stotra is Budha Kaushika. Bhagavan Sri Sita Ramachandra is the Devata. Anushtup is the hymn, the chandas of this stotra. Bhagavati Sita Devi is the Shakti of the power of this stotra. Sri Hanuman is the protector of this stotra. And we are going to chant this for the Preeti or the blessings of Sri Ramachandra. First we will do the Dhyanam. Dhyayedajanubahum
Dhyayedajanubahum
Dhrutasharadhanusham
Dhacharadhanusham
Baddhapadmasanastham
Baddhapadmasanastham
Pītam Vasovasanam
Pītam Vasovasanam
Navakamaladalaspardhinetram Prasannam
Navakamaladalaspardhinetram Prasannam
Vamangarudha
Vamangaruda Sita
Mukhakamala Niradabham
Mukhakamala Niradabham
Nānālankāradīptam
Nānālankāradīptam
Dadhatamurujata mandalam Ramachandram.
Dadhatamurujatamandalam Ramachandram.
This is the dhyana of Sri Ramachandra of this stotram. The devata of this stotra is the Vanavasi Rama, the Rama who is residing in the forest, not the Raja Rama, but the one who is in the forest, who is always ready to protect. That Rama who is residing in the forest is the devata of this stotra. Dhyayed, we should meditate. Whom we should meditate? Ramachandram Dhyayed. We should meditate Ramachandra, who is like the moon, so bliss, the one who gives bliss to everyone. That Ramachandra, one who is like the moon, Sri Rama, we should meditate upon Sri Ramachandra. Sri Ramachandram Dhyayed. Now, the other things is how to meditate upon Sri Ramachandra. Ajanubahum. One whose hands reaches the knee. So when we sit, our hands reaches the knee. But when we stand up, not only when sitting, while sitting, when standing up, one's hands are so long, it should reach the knees. If it happens, such a person is known as Ajanubahu. No, whose bahu hands are Ajanu, up to the Janu, up to the knees. Ajanubahu means of a full figure, of a very majestic figure. Dhrutasharadhanusham, one who is wearing Shara and Dhanus. In his hand there is Dhanus, the bow, and arrows. One who is ready to protect. Dhrutasharadhanusham Baddhapadmasanastham. When we are meditating upon him, he is seated in lotus position. He is seated in Baddhapadmasana. Pītam Vasovasanam, one who is wearing a yellow cloth. Navakamala whose eyes are so beautiful, whose eyes even conquer the petals of a newly blossomed lotus. A newly blossomed lotus, how beautiful it is, and the long petals, and Bhagwan's eyes are also like that, blue, newly blossomed long petals of the lotus. Very beautiful. Nava Kamala Dala Spardhi Netram, one whose netra is conquering the beauty of a newly blossomed lotus petal. Prasannam, one whose face is very prasanna, very beautiful, very relaxed, very pleasing. So such Sri Ramachandram dhyaye. We should meditate. Is Ramachandra alone? No. So we said Sita Ramachandro Devata. Ramachandra along with Sita Devi is the Devata. So where is Sita? Vamangaruda Sita Mukha Kamala Milalochanam. On the left thigh of Sri Ramachandra. Vama Anga Arudha. Bhagavati Sita is seated on the left thigh of Sri Ramachandra. Vamanga, the left thigh. Arudha, seated Sita. Mukha Kamala Milalochanam, whose eyes is fixed on the beautiful face of Sita Devi. See, Bhagavan is not looking at anyone else or everyone. His Bhagavan's face is fixed on the beautiful face of Sita, which is like a lotus. So enchanting is the face of Sita. There is no woman in this world was so beautiful like Sita. Sita was the epitome of the beauty among the women. So such beautiful Sita Devi is seated on the left thigh of Bhagavan, and Bhagavan's face, eyes are fixed on the beautiful face of Sita. Vamangaruda Sita Mukha Kamalam Ilalochanam. That is fixed. Bhagavan's lochanas are fixed on the beautiful face of Sri Sita Devi. And Bhagavan is, what is the color of the Lord? Niradabham. One whose color, Abha, color is of Niradam. Niradam, Niram Dadadi Idi Niradam. Nira, water. Water bearing clouds. Sometimes the clouds are like white clouds, not like Niradabham, the dark water-bearing clouds. How that color is? That was the color of Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra and Bhagavan Sri Krishna, of a dark complexion. Niradabham, Nana Alankara Deeptam, and different alankaras are there on Bhagavan. See, here one doubt may come, because Sri Ramachandra is in Vanavasi form, how can there be any alankara? The alankara of a Purusha is not Katakakundala. The alankara of a Purusha is his valor, his Paurusham. See, a man's alankara is not any ornament, is the Paurusha, the manliness of is the alankara of a Purusha. Like that, Sri Ramachandra is also so handsome. So manly. That manliness itself. Nana Alankara Diptam. Bhagavan is shining with that Alankara of manliness. And Dadhada Mudujata Mandanam. So there is Mandanam, Mandalam. Two versions are there. So Dadadam Urujata Mandalam. Bhagavan is not wearing any crown or anything. Then he is wearing only Jata. The matted locks are tied in such a way that it looks like a crown on his head. Dadadam Uru Jatamandanam. Jata, the matted locks are tied together and it is kept on the head. So it looked like a beautiful crown. Dadadam Uru Jatamandanam Ramachandra. So I meditate upon Sri Ramachandra, who is Ajanubahu, one who is holding the bow and arrow, one who is seated in the Baddhavatmasana, and who is wearing a yellow cloth, and whose eyes are so beautiful like the petals of a newly blossomed lotus, whose who is Mahadevi, Sita Devi is seated on his left thigh, and Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra's face is fixed, eyes are fixed on the beautiful face of Sri Sita. Niradabham, and who is Abha, whose color is of the water-bearing cloud. Nanalankara Deeptam, one who is shining forth with the alankara of different ornaments. Tadadam Urujata Mandanam, whose head is, there's a crown of matted locks, Ramachandra. We worship that Ramachandra. Now comes the stotra. Charitam Raghunathasya
Charitam Raghunathaस्य
Shatakodi Pravistaram
Shatakoti Pravistaram
Ekaikamaksharam Pumsam
Ekaikamaksharam Pumsam
Mahapataka Nashanam
Mahabhataka Nashanam.
Raghunathasya Charitam. The story of Raghunatha, Shatakodi Pravistaram. 100 crore shlokas are there in the Divya Ramayana. The Ramayana is of different types. There's a Divya Ramayana which is only in the heavens. Okay, where there are Shatakodi, 100 crores of shlokas are there in the Divya Ramayana. We only got only fraction of that in the earth, but there is the Rama's story of Ananta. There's no end to it. So vast. In that, Ekaikam Aksharam, each and every letter of this Ramayana is Pumsam Mahapataka Nasanam. One is capable to destroy the Mahapataka of human beings. That person might have committed all kinds of heinous actions, but if he listened to the one word of Sri Ramachandra's Charita, that is so powerful to remove all kinds of sins from the life of human. See, this is known as Atishayokti. So, in the Shastra, one of Lakshana is Atishayokti. Atishayokti means something is exaggerated. Why exaggerations are there? To bring Shraddha to our heart. It is not to exaggerate, but to bring the Shraddha to the heart. You see, what he's telling is, one word of Bhagavan's Charitam is so powerful. So, if you listen to his Charita with great Shraddha, it can for sure will remove all the sins and disabilities from our life and will bring great joy, happiness and freedom. This is known as that's why Ekaikam Aksharam, even one letter is enough to remove the sins of people. Mahapataka, the great Upapataka, Mahapataka, Pancha Mahapataka, Pancha Upapataka, it's all can be removed by the stories of Sri Ramachandra. How to do this? How should we chant this stotra? What we should do? First, Dhyatva Nilotpalashyamam
Dhyatva Nilotpalashyamam
Ramam Rajivalochanam
Ramam Rajivalocanam
Janaki Lakshmanopetam
Janaki Lakshmanopetam
Jata Mukutamanditam
Jata Mukutamanditam
Sasituna Dhanurbana Panim
Sasiturna Dhanurvana Panim
Naktanjarantakam
Naktancharantakam
Swalilaya Jagatratum
Swalilaya Jagatratum
Avirbhutamajam Vibhum
Avirbhutamajam Vibhum
Ramaraksham Padhet Prajnaha
Ramaraksham Padhet Prajnaha
Papagnim Sarvakamadam
Pavagnim Sarvakamadam
Ramaraksham Padhet. One should chant, read Ramaraksha. Who should read? Prajnaha. Person who has great knowledge, a wise man. Prajnaha, a wise man. Person who has some wisdom. A person who has faith in Bhagavan. Such a Prajnaha, Ramaraksham Padhe. Every day he should recite Ramaraksha. How is this Ramaraksha? What is the importance of this Ramaraksha? Papagni. This Ramaraksha has the power to destroy all kinds of papa, all kinds of sins, and sarvakamadam. Also, not only that, it removes all kinds of papa and difficulties from our life, but it can also bring all kinds of auspiciousness, wealth and auspiciousness and all kinds of Aishwarya to our life. It can fulfill all our desires. See, again and again they are talking about Papa Gini, destroys Papa, destroys. Why? Because Papa is the root cause of all our sufferings. Papa is the root cause of all the dangers of life. Why something happens to us? Nothing happens just like that. There is no effect without a cause. So if there is different types of difficulties in our life, if there are different kinds of miseries in our life, if we are meeting with different kinds of dangers in our life, that is because of some karma we have done in this life or in previous lives. So Papa is the cause of dukkha. No, Papa is the cause of all kinds of dangers. So Papa Gini. So the Indian system always focus on the cure of the disease. When we want to cure the disease, we should cure the cause, not symptoms. So that's the difference between Indian medical system and the Western medical system. Western medical system is first focusing on the symptom curing. But in Indian system, it is go to the cause. Why this is happening? If I have a headache, why the headache? So the Indian system always try to cure the cause. Here also, it is not telling that whatever danger will be removed. Why the danger is happening? Why the suffering comes to us? That is because of papas of this life or previous life, whatever we have done. Those akritya, all those wrongdoings is causing the papa in us, and that papa is the cause of the suffering. So let us cure the papa, then suffering also will be automatically removed. Okay, so this Ramaraksha Stotra has the power to remove all kinds of sufferings. It will remove all kinds of papa, the asat karma bhala which is there in us, and sarva kamada. Also, it will give us all our desired, whether it is dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Whether a person is desirous of dharma or wealth or fulfilling his desires or even moksha, purusharthas will be fulfilled by the study of this great Ramaraksha Stotra. Before studying, before chanting this Ramaraksha Stotra, we should meditate upon Sri Ramachandra. Dhyatva. After meditating Ramachandra, we should chant Ramaraksha Stotra. How to meditate Ramachandra? Nilotpalashyamam. Nila Utpalashyamam. One who is of the dark complexion of a blue lotus. One who is so attractive. One who is so enchanting. One who is so handsome. Like the color of the complexion of Bhagavan's body is of Neela Utpala, the blue lotus, very beautiful and one who attracts everyone. Such beautiful Neelotpalashyamam Ramam, Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra, Rajivalochanam, whose eyes are like the petals of blue lotus. Rajiva means blue lotus. So, Rajiva Lochanam, whose eyes are like beautiful like the blue petals, the dark petals of the blue lotus. Rajiva Lochanam, Janaki Lakshmanopetam. We should meditate Sri Ramachandra along with Sri Sita Devi and Sri Ramachandra, and Hanuman and the Lakshmana. Janaki Lakshmana Upetam, one who is with Sri on Bhagavan's left hand side, Sri Sita Devi is there. On the right hand side, Bhagavan Lakshmana is there. So we should meditate Sri Ramachandra along with Lakshmana and Sita. Jada Mukuta Manditam, and whose head is adorned with the crown, which look like the crown, but actually of the matted locks. Sa Siturna Dhanurpanim, Dhanurbana Panim. Pani in his hands, he's fully ready for action. Sa Asi means the sword. One who there is Asi on his waist, with in the quiver, and also there is dhanuhu. Dhanu is there, the bow is there, and bana is ready with the bana, with the arrows. If anybody comes near to attack, is already ready with the dhanus and bana. Okay. Naktancharantakam, one who destroys Naktanchara. Naktanchara, the word meaning is one who travels in the night. That's why if you take the word meaning, that will be very difficult because most of the people nowadays are Naktancharas, but that's not the meaning. Naktanchara means it's the Rudhi Artha of this Naktanchara is a demon, a Rakshasa, because they like the darkness and then they walk, they travel in the night time. They become very powerful in the night time. So Naktanchara Antakam, one who destroys the Naktanchara, one who destroys all the Rakshasas. Swalilaya Jagatratumabhirbhutam, one who is Avirbhuta, one who has incarnated. The difference between our life and Bhagavan's life is we are forced to be born. We should not call ourselves that we are avatara. Sometimes nowadays in English, this is his incarnation and all that. That's a very wrong usage. Jivas are born. Jivas are not incarnated. What is the difference between incarnation and birth? Birth is not in our hand. We have to, because of our karma, in order to go through our karma bhala, we are forced to be born. We cannot select, like our father, mother, kula, desha. These are all forced because of our karma. But Ishwara's avatara is not. He decides where to born, when to born, what rupa to take, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha. The rupa has to be taken, who should be the father, who should be the mother, what are the things I should do. Everything he decides. Okay. Swalilaya Jagatratum Avirbhutam. And the entire avatara is a leela. See, by doing this, in avatara, the action, whatever he has to go through is not because of his prarabdha. It is his leela. He is taking it up like a drama. He want to do many things in the world for the protection of the world. How the protection is happening in different ways. One, by teaching us. Bhagavata says, Manujavatara Martya Shikshanaya. Why Bhagavan takes up this human form, Martya Shikshanaya, to teach us what are the values of life, what are the plus and minus of life. So that's why Avirbhutam, one who is incarnated, for what? Swalilaya, for his own lila, for his own joy, Bhagavan incarnates. But actually who is he? Ajam. See, Bhagavan is Aja, never born. Only takes up these names and forms in order to protect us. But in truth, Bhagavan is Aja, without any birth or death. Vibhum, one who is Visheshena Bhati, one who is omniscient and omnipotent. Vibhu means, one meaning is omnipotent, one who is capable of all karma at the right time. Or Vibhu also means Visheshena Bhavati, one who manifests in different names and forms. So, all that Bhagavan, one who is omnipotent and one who appears in all names and forms, that Bhagavan is Sri Ramachandra. Vibhum, that Ramachandram, Ramaraksha Adhyatva. After meditating on this Sri Ramachandra, we should chant this Ramaraksha. This Ramaraksha is powerful to eliminate all kinds of papas from our life and give us all kinds of protection and also all kinds of prosperity in life. Now comes the portion which is a Kavacha. Each and every part of our body is protected. We are praying to the Lord. So the Kavachas are there in all, like there is Shiva Kavacha, Devi Kavacha, Narayana Kavacha, Vishnu Kavacha, Anjaneya Kavacha, Rama Kavacha. For all Devatas there are Kavacha. So whoever is our Ishta Devata, that Kavacha should be protected, chanted. But then we do not know any Ishta Devata, then we can chant Ramaraksha Stotram along with Hanuman Chalisa. The Ramaraksha Stotra along with Hanuman Chalisa becomes the complete protection for any devata. Even if I love Shiva, suppose my Ishta devata is Shiva, but I would like to, ask Ramchandra as my protector, then of course we can chant Ramaraksha Stotram along with Hanuman Chalisa. It becomes a double-layered protection, which is, complete. Okay. Now it's a prayer. Means each and every part of my body should be protected by Bhagavan himself. So it's a prayer. Shiro me Raghavav Patu
Siro me Raghavah Patu
Halam Dasharathatmajah
Balam Dasharathatmajah
Raghavaha, the one who is the descendant of Raghu, the one who is born in Raghu's Vamsha, Patu, protect, Shiraha, me Shiraha, my Shiras, may Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra, one who is the descendant of Sri Raghu, protect my head, Shiraha, head. Me Shiraha, Raghavaha Patu, may Bhagavan Sri Raghava protect my head. Bhalam Dasharathatmajaha. Bhala means forehead. So there is some confusion, Some people say Bhalam is C4, somewhere you will see Phalam, C2. Phalam, Bhalam. Both are forehead. Okay, there is only two words, but the meaning is same. Phalam Dasharathatmajaha. May the son of Dasharada Atmajaha, the son of Dasharatha, protect my forehead. Kausalyeyo drishau patu Vishwamitra priyashruti Ghranam patu maghatrata Mukham saumitri vatsalah. Prayers. Kausalyeyaha drishau patu. Drishau, both eyes. May Kausalyeyaha, mean the son of Kausalya, protect both my eyes. Shruti, both the ears. Shruti, both ears. Vishwamitra priyaha patu. May Vishwamitra Priya, one who is very close, very dear to Bhagavan Vishwamitra, protect both ears. Vishwamitra was the second guru of Sri Ramchandra. Of course, Vasishtha was their Kula Guru. Many things were learned from Vasishtha, but Vishwamitra taught Bhagavan all the Divyastras, etc. Also, different mantras, different the mantras which will help them to live, a comfortable life. Bala, Ati Bala, this all taught by Bhagavan Vishwamitra. So, Vishwamitra Priyaha, one who is very dear to Vishwamitra, may protect both the ears. Ghranam patu makhatrata. Ghranam means the nose. So, the nose, may the Makhatrata, the protector of the entire, the Havana, the Homa, the Yaga of Vishwamitra was protected by Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra. May that Ramchandra protect the nose. Makham, Ghranam Patu Makhatrata. Trata, the protector of the Makha Yaga. The one who protected the Yaga, the Yajna of Sri Vishwamitra, protect our nostrils, both the nostrils. Mukham Saumitri Vatsalah, and one who is very dear to Saumitri. Saumitri, Sumitrayaha Putram Putraha. The son of Sumitra is known as Saumitri. That is Lakshmana. May, Lakshmana is the one who is very dear to Lakshmana, that's Ramchandra, protect our face. Mukham. Mukha in Sanskrit, Mukha is, there are two meanings for Mukha. Mukha means the entire face. Mukha also means mouth. So may Bhagavan protect the entire face and mouth. Then, Jihvam Vidyanidhih Patu Kantham Bharatavanditaha Skhandau Divyayudhav Patu Bhujau Bhagine Karmukaha. Then, Jihvam, our tongue. Tongue should be protected by Vidyanidhi, the one who is the abode of all knowledge. Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra was the abode of not only of the armor, but he was the Sarvashastradharaha, one who is the knower of all Shastras. May Bhagavan, one who is the seat of all knowledge. So you see, of course, Bhagavan was a great, he studied the politics and civics and archery, etc. from Bhagavan Vishwamitra and also from Vasishta. But also he studied the entire philosophy. So as Yoga Vasishta. Through the Yoga Vasishta, we'll see the entire spiritual knowledge. So there are Vidya, Dve Vidye, Paracha, Paracha. So Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra was a master in both Para and Apara Vidya. He was the master in all the worldly knowledge along with all the spiritual knowledge also. So that's why Bhagavan is not Vidya Nidhi. The seat of Paravidya and Aparavidya protect our Jihva, our tongue. What do you mean by this? We should be very careful. We should be learned to use words, because all goodness and bad, everything is seated in our tongue. If you use our tongue in the good way, then we have friends and relatives and well-wishers. If you use the tongue in the wrong way, all enemies are also born from our use of tongue. So very careful. So may Bhagavan, one who is the master of all knowledge, protect our tongue. Vidyanidhi jihvam patu. May Vidyanidhi protect our tongue. Kantham bharatavantitaha. And the throat should be protected by bharatavantitaha, the one who is worshipped by Bhagavan Bharata himself. Skandho divyayudhav patu. The shoulders, skandha, the shoulders should be protected by divyayudha, one who is wearing the divine weapons in his hand, Bhagavan Sri Rama. All the divyayudhas were given by the Bhagavan Sri Vishwamitra. Afterwards, different devatas, different rishis also gave different kinds of divyayudhas to Bhagavan. Okay, so the Agastya also gave some divyayudhas, Vishwamitra gave divyayudhas. So all of that, may Bhagavan, one who is holding different kinds of divyayudhas, divine weapons in his hand, may protect our shoulders. Kandhau divyayudha patu, bhujau bhagnesha karmuka. Bhujam. So bhuja means our forearm. Let the forearms are protected by Bhagna Isha Karmuka. The one who is broken, the bow of Isha, Shiva. Isha Karmuka. Karmuka means the bow. Isha Karmuka means the bow of Isha, that is Shiva, known as Trambaka. Bhagna, one who is broken, the Trambaka bow of Sri Shiva. We know that, when they wanted to, Janaka wanted to do the Swayamvara of Sita Devi, that Isha Karmuka was kept. Who can hold that they alone can marry Sita, and Bhagavan string the thing, the Isha's Karmuka, the Trambaka, and it was broken. That's why Bhagnesha Karmuka. Now, Karau Sitapatih Patu Hridayam Jamadagnijide Madhyam Patu Gharadhvamsi Nabhim Jambhavadashraya. Karau, the hands, the lower arms are known as the Kara. Sitapati Patu. May Sitapati, the Lord of Sita, protect both the palms and the lower arms. Gharadhvamsi, and the one who killed, destroyed the Karau Sitapati Patu. Hridayam. What about the heart? Hridayam Jamadagini. Jamadagini means Jamadagine Apatyam Puman Jamadagini. That is Parashurama. Jit, one who conquered Sitapat, at the Parashurama, may the Bhagavan who conquered Parashurama protect our heart. Hridayam Jamadagrijid. Madhyam Patu Gharadhvamsi. The Madhya, the stomach, should be protected by the Gharadhvamsi, the one who killed Ghara. After because of the complaints of of the Shurpanakha, Khara attacked Bhagavan. And within a short time, Bhagavan killed Khara and 24,000 asuras. So that is Khara. Kharadvamsi, one who killed Khara. May that Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra protect our stomach. Khara Madhyam Patu Kharadvamsi. Nabhim Jambavadashraya. And Nabhi, the navel, be protected by the one who is given Ashraya to Jambavan. Jambavadashraya, the protector of Jambavan, may he protect our Nabhi. Sugrivesh-Kadipatu Sakdini Hanumat Prabhu Uru Raghuttamah Patu Rakshakula Vinashakrite. Sugriva Ishaha, the Lord of Sugriva, may the Lord of Sugriva protect our waist. No, Kati, waist. Sakthini Hanumat Prabhu. And the hip, our hip should be protected by the Lord of Hanuman. The Lord of Sugriva should protect our waist, and the Lord of Hanuman should protect our Sakthini, our hip. Uru Raghuttamah Patu, and the thighs of our legs should be protected by Raghuttama, the best among the Raghuvamsha, protect our both thighs. Janghe Dashamukhantakah, and the Jangha. Uru Raghuttama Patu Rakshakula Vinashakal. How is that Raghuttama? Rakshakula Vinashakal, one who destroys the Kula, the family of Rakshasas. That powerful Raghuttama should protect our both thighs. Januni setu kritpatu janghe dasamukhantakah pado vibhishanasridah patu ramoghilam vapuhu. Januni, both knees should be protected by setu krit, one who has made the setu, the bridge to Sri Lanka. Setu krit patu, may protect both our knees. Janghe dasamukhantakah, the shins, may protected by dasamukhantakah, one who killed the Dasamukha Ravana himself, may he protect our both shins. Pado vibhishana sridaha, may vibhishana sridaha means the one who gave Sri Aishwarya, Rajya Lakshmi to Vibhishana. One who gave the Rajya, Langa Rajya to Vibhishana, may Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra protect our feet. Padav, both feet, the feet be protected by Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra, one who gave all kinds of, luxury and the Rajya itself to Vibhishana. Vibhishana Shrita Padu, Ramaha Akhilam Vabu. Maybe some areas we have not mentioned. May Sri Ramachandra protect each and every part of our body. Hetam Rama Balopetam Yaksham Yas Sukriti Patet Sachirayus Sukhi Putri Vijayi Vinayi Bhaved. Now, the Bhalastuti of this stuti, if somebody chants this Ramaraksha every day, this Kavacha every day, what will happen to us? Etam Rama Balopetam Raksha. This Raksha, this protection, which is powered by the power of Sri Ramachandra. Rama Bala Upeta. Upeta Raksha. This Raksha, which is powered by the power, the might of Sri Ramachandra. Yaha Sukriti Padet. Only a Sukriti, only a blessed person can chant this. If a person chants this regularly, Sachirayuhu, he will live in this world for long. He will be blessed with long life. Chirayuhu. Sukhi, he will be very happy. Putri, he will have issues. He will have children, progeny. Vijayi, he will become victorious. Vinayi, all, and also along with that, he will be very humble, very modest, very gentleman. Bhaved. Sukriti Bhaved. Sachirayu Sughi Putri Vijayi Vinayi Bhaved. You become very Vinayutta. And also it will protect us. Protect us from whom? Patala Bhutala Vyoma Charina Chatma Charina Nadrashtumapi shaktaste rakshitam ramanamabhi. If somebody protects himself with the names of Sri Ramchandra, like each and every part of our body is protected by the names of Sri Ramchandra, then no evil forces even can see that person. Now, drashtumapi shaktaha. They will not even see, they will not be able to harm him. They will not be even able to see such noble souls who are protected by Sri Ramchandra's Nama. Who are these evil forces? Patala, Bhutala, Vyomacharina, Chatmacharina. All that evil forces, Budha, Preta, Pishacha, all of the evil forces which are there in this world, Patala, who are there in the lower layers of life, Bhutala, one who are moving around in the bhumi, and Vyomacharina, one who moves around in the skies. How are they? Chatmacharinaha, one who is moving around in disguise. See, we may think, where is Parayata, where is Bhuta, where is Pishach? We cannot see them. Yeah, because they are always moving in disguise. So when we look at them, we will not know that they are such people. So not only Bhuta, Preta, Pishachas, even people also. Some are like Bhuta, some are like Preta. But when you look at them, we will see them as human beings. But actually, they are Bhuta, Preta, Pishachas only inside. So Bhagavan will protect such jivas. So such Patala, Bhutala, Vyomacharinaha. Those people who are moving around in this world, and in the skies and in the Patala, Chatmacharina in disguise. So there are not only the negative forces, even the people who are with negative intentions, they will not even be able to see us. So what to talk about harming us? Nadrashtumapi shaktaste rakshitam ramanabhihi. Rameti Ramabhadreti Ramachandreti Vasmaran Naro Nalipyate Papai Bhuktim Muktim Chavintati. A person who chants Bhagavan's Nama, Rama Rama Rama, Ramabhadra, oh most auspicious Rama, Ramachandra, one who is so fulfilling, so handsome like the moon, Sri Ramchandra, Vasmaran. Remember always Rama. Then narona lipyate papai, such person will never be will be spoiled with any types of sins. Papai bhuktim muktim chivintati, he will be able to enjoy all kinds of pleasures in this world and also in the heavenly worlds. Also he will be able to gain, if there is no desire in his heart, even moksha is also possible. जगज्जैत्रैकमन्त्रेण रामनाम्नाभिरक्षितं यः कण्ठे धारयेत् तस्य करस्ताः सर्वसिद्धयः. Yah kande dhare. If somebody is always chanting the Ramanama in his throat, karasta sarvasiddhayaha, he will get all siddhis. Anima, Lakima, Mahima, Girima. All the siddhis of this world will be under his control. What is this? The greatness of Ramanama? Jagat Jaitraika Mantrena. Jagat Jaitra means Eka Mantra, one mantra. What is that? Ram, Ram, Ram. That is Jagat Jaitraika. That mantra which can conquer all the three lokas. All the three lokas can be conquered with one mantra, Ram. Ramanamna Abhirakshitam. A person always chanting this Nama and protected with this Ramanama. For him, there is no fear, and all the accomplishments of this world will be under his control. Vajra Panjara Namedam Yo Rama Kavacham Smared Avyahadatnya Sarvatra Labhade Jayamangalam. So this Nama of this Rama Kavacha is Rama Panjaram. Like Panjara means a cage. Vajra Panjaram. This cage, this Ramanama is like a cage which protects us from all kinds of difficulties. Like a Vajra Panjaram. It is so powerful. It is like as though made up of diamonds. So powerful is this cage. Yo Rama Kavacham Smared. If anybody remember Rama Kavacha, which is known as Vajra Panjara, Avyahatatnyaha. There will be no one to rule over him. Avyahada atnyaha. Nobody will be able to order him. He will become the master of the world. Sarvatra labhate jayamangal. Wherever he goes, he will be blessed with victory and auspiciousness. आदिष्टवान् यथा स्वप्ने राम रक्षामिमां हरः तथा लिखितवान् प्रातः प्रबुद्धो बुध कौशिकः. A story. Budha Kaushika, this great rishi, he got a darshana of Sri Parameshwara in his dream. Adishtavan yatha swapne Ramaraksham haraha. Bhagavan Sri Parameshwara himself appeared in the sleep, in the dream of Budha Kaushika and gave this Ramaraksha Stotra, up to this whatever is Vajrapancharam is given to him, and ordered to write down and then propagate among human beings. That's how we got. So actually this Ramaraksha Stotra is from Sri Parameshwara himself. Sri Parameshwara gave this to Budha Kaushika and Budha Kaushika gave it to us. Adishtavan yatha swapne Ramaraksha imam haraha. Imam Ramaraksham, this Ramaraksha, yat swapne adishtavan. He gave this or this in the Ramaraksha Stotram in the swapna. Tatha likhidavan prataha prabuddha. When he woke up from his sleep, this Budha Kaushika copied down whatever is given to him by Sri Parameshwara in his sleep. Now, tatha likhidavan prataha prabuddho Budha Kaushika. So this is written down by Budha Kaushika, but was given by Sakshal Sri Parameshwara himself. So from up to this is the Pancharam of, it's known as the Ramaraksha Pancharam or Vajra Pancharam or Ramaraksha Stotram or Rama Kavacha. And now next verse onwards is the Stuti of Sharadananda. That we will see in the next class. Hari Om.